Homeschool moms. Welcome to the Homeschool Well podcast this week with Kim and Jenny.
Hello, welcome.
And it's July of 2026. Happy Fireworks Day. We hope you had a great time celebrating America's 250, right? That's amazing, 250 years. And all of July, we're going to be talking about assessments and testing and what to do with test scores and how to help you in that arena. And today, we are giving you something so valuable. We've met with so many homeschool moms that have this feeling that we have solution to. So the feeling is, maybe you can resonate with it. Am I missing something? Are there subjects or topics that my children need or that this one child needs? I know they need something that I'm not giving them. What is it? I don't know. I cannot put my finger on it, and I need help.
Yes.
We have the help for you. I don't know if you've ever felt that way, but it's a very common theme with homeschool moms that we talk to. Frankly, some people don't homeschool for this reason, because they think, oh no, I would never be able to cover every single thing and all the things. Well, first of all, you don't have to cover every single thing. Second of all, that is a real thing that, you could have a kiddo that needs help in certain special areas and you don't know how to figure it out. And you do have a mother's intuition that is on target, but you need the right help.
Right. We talk to a lot of moms who just don't know what they don't know, or they're like, what if I don't know what to look up, or I don't even know where to start, or I'm just wasting time trying to figure out. I know my child is behind, but I can't put my finger on it. Like Kim said, I can't figure it out.
Yeah, maybe you have your test results for your kids and you know exactly what area that they're struggling in, but you don't have time to do all the research and figure out exactly what would be the best curriculum and the best program. Or maybe you know that they need a tutor, but you don't have money to budget that into your life for one-on-one tutoring once a week. These can be very frustrating touch points for homeschool moms. It can really, like I said, cause some moms to not even start, or if they have started, just make them feel like failures and like, oh man, I shouldn't be doing this. It's so sad. And sometimes you do have to just embrace and acknowledge that there are going to be gaps. Even teachers, they can't teach everything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so knowing that you have this struggle makes us super excited that we are able to empower you with a solution. And this solution that we have is research-backed program for math and language arts that does this very thing. It fills in the gaps without you having to spin your wheels and run all around town or the internet world to try and find curriculum and activities and programs or tutors that will help your kiddo in the thing that they need most. And that program is called Edmentum's Exact Path. It is a package of diagnostics that you can have your kiddo take 3 times a year. And the diagnostics reveal where they're performing in math, language arts, and reading. In between the 3-time a school year diagnostic, there are activities that are created for your kiddo to meet them exactly where they are. For example, if in math they show an area of weakness in fractions in the first diagnostic of the year, right? That would be maybe August, let's say. If your child comes back in the diagnostic with a weakness in fractions, the program will create activities to guide them through the very specific fraction activities that they need reinforcement in and intervention in. And here's what that looks like.
Research shows that logging in 40 minutes a week into a subject area can have significant gains for your child. So if your child is, say, low in fractions, then just logging in 10 minutes a day, 4 times a week can really help them. I'm a little bit of a research nerd, so before we decided to offer this product, I definitely did some digging to see what the research behind it was. And we found that Exact Path is actually the only approved solution for grades K through 3 that actually covers all of the English intervention components, ELA, which would include reading as well. It covers oral language, phonological awareness, phonics, word analysis, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension, and it is approved by the Florida Department of Education for intervention. Another study that was done in Arizona from spring to spring showed that students who completed at least 8 foundational math skills in the platform gained between 6 to 19 percentile points on their math achievement tests.
And we're not all test crazy over here, but that is exciting research. That shows that the Exact Path program is powerful. It's a great intervention tool, and it's research backed and approved by the Florida DOE, Department of Education. It just feels like a no-brainer for parents and so easy for them to be able to trust it, that they're quality activities that are going to meet your child where they're at. And it is all set up for you. It's perfect for busy homeschool families because everything's already in place. Once you create your logon, your student can get into the program, take their first diagnostic. It's very user friendly. Kids know how to access the platform and move on from question to question. And then once you get that first report, immediately after they finish their first diagnostic, the learning path activities open up on your dashboard. And so they can start their activities right away, and you can feel assured that what the diagnostic showed that they are struggling in, that those activities are going to be streamlined for them. You just let them log in and work on it. The 3 times of the year diagnostic allows you to see the progress that they've made. They do the activities in the program at least 40 minutes a week for a couple of months, maybe 3. Then they do the diagnostic again. You get information about their gains and any new struggles or weaknesses that the diagnostic shows that they have. And then boom, they jump back into the activities again for a couple more months. And at the end of the school year, they take their final diagnostic that shows their growth throughout the school year. It's pretty exciting for us to be able to offer that because we know that it will free up your time and your energies and give you confidence to feel like, okay, remember what we said at the beginning, something's missing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Well, the Exact Path did that for you, right? And all you have to do is follow through with your kids, keep little checklists, reinforce them to go on to the website at least 40 minutes a week and do their activities. It's an engaging, interactive platform, and it's enjoyable. Kids are motivated to go there and do that work.
And again, the great thing about it is that it's only 10 minutes a day, 4 times a week. And so even if you're not a huge fan of screens, it's not a lot of time at all. And you can be flexible. You can do it whenever it's a good time for you. It's not like a tutor where you have to be, showing up at a certain time or anything like that. This is very flexible, quote unquote, tutoring for your kid. It meets them where they're at, and it's constantly adapting to where they need to be. So to find out more about it, go to thehomeschool.com/testing, and you can read about the Exact Path. There's a lot of information on our site, including a sample score report that you can take a look at, and we'll just drop everything down in the show notes so you can click there as well.
Okay, it's super exciting, and it's a great time of the year before you start into the school year to get into the learning path so you can be ready to add it into your weekly lesson plans. We know that it will bolster your kids' achievement, and more importantly, it will also help you, Mama, feel like a more confident and empowered teacher. And that's what we want for you, right?
Yes.
That's why we're here. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will see you next week for another new episode of the Homeschool Well podcast. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.